Hey everyone, today we're going to do two things. We're going to talk about communication strategy and we're going to figure out how to implement communication strategy in class. And of course, when we talk about communication strategy, we're talking specifically about the AIM framework: audience, intent, and message. Let's get started. So the whole point of AIM is that it helps you achieve your objective better. Researched audiences feel more understood. A clear intent allows your audience to know exactly what they should be doing, thinking, or saying as a result of this communication. And lastly, an audience-focused message lets them know what's in it for them. Of course, this information comes from research ranging from Aristotle all the way to some of our latest thinkers right here at Stern. First thing to think about is your audience. Know your audience as well as you can. In some cases, that's very easy to do, and in some cases, it's a little more challenging to do. We're going to have both of those scenarios in this class. To get started in the class, you're all about your peers. So it's really easy for you to know exactly what they would want, their likes, their dislikes, and things like that. I'm going to be looking closely at how you take your first presentations that you're doing in class and connecting to that audience. Again, you know who they are, you know what they want, you know what they don't want. So make sure that you're working towards that as you create your communication strategy. Moving on to intent. A clear intent ensures your audience knows exactly what they should do, think, or say as a result of this communication. This is not the objective, right? Your objective is what you want to do. The intent is what you want them to do. So please make sure that you're focusing on audience-centric communication in this course. You also want to be able to measure this information. So an intent not only should be specific in what you want them to do, think, or say, but you should be able to measure whether or not you are successful in achieving that intent. Okay, so we have audience and intent. Now it's time for message. The message is what you're saying to this audience and any secondary audiences that you may have. And that message should be what's in it for them. So it should be very clear what the benefit is for whatever it is that you're talking about in your presentation. Lastly, your message should be going in the beginning of your presentation. Whatever you want them to know, say it right up front. There are only a few times where that's not really effective. Bad news, or when you're communicating to a difficult audience where they may not be open to your ideas. But otherwise, your message should go right away. And in this class, that's where you want to start. If you want a good example of messaging, take a look at this slide. You can pause the screen and look at it in detail. So there you have it. Communication strategy in 3 easy steps: audience, intent, and message. Way harder to do in practice than it is to talk about it. And that's what this class is all about. Do not be fooled in terms of how easy this is, because communication strategy and getting this right and really connecting to your audience takes a lot of skill and a lot of practice. And I can't wait to get started.